What's up guys, Killer Rat with Hip Hop Science here, and I swear I'm not ignoring you. DNA is next, but first I wanted to show some love to one of the only true choppers out there in the mainstream music today, and that is Takeoff from the Migos, because this guy has a very clear Bone Thugs, chopper style influence, and he really does not hold back in a lot of his tracks. And I wanted to showcase some of his work here with his top 10 fastest verses. Let's get into it. As always, here's the formula we're going to be using, and if you want any more details, just click the floating link that's going to pop up in the top right hand side of your screen right now. That'll take you to the explanation video I made proving the formula, deriving it, etc. Without further ado, let's get into number 10.
Feeling like Pookie, yeah, that way, dab at the runway. Get me running to the M&M, I'm thinking just a rap race. My name bitch on back page. I pull up with a Beyonce lemonade.
Then we have That Way off of Rich the Kids, Keep Flexin'. And yeah, they're off the bat, you can tell this guy just has this chopper style. He's very clear with his enunciation, but he's still rapping at a respectable speed, 8.4 syllables per second. Obviously, he's not going to be as fast as some of the other rappers I've done in this series, but he could still chop it up like the best of them, so, you know, gotta give him some credit. I know there's still some people out there who associate the Migos with, the mumble rappers, but I want to dispel all that right now with this video, so let's get on with it. Number 9.
Bachelors, Migos, some bachelors. Takeoff, Migos with a bachelor, we pull up at some wrestlers. Whipping it up with a Terminator, break the spatula. Get the packet, then I wrap it up, and then I back it up. If I catch a man, I charge a private jet to Canada. Promoters ain't got my money, I'm shooting up your manager. Fucking my nigga, we shooting innocent by standard. My niggas on top of the mountain, no Grand Canyon. Pull up with choppers and make a nigga call an ambulance.
There we have Bachelor, and he goes 8.67 syllables per second. And one thing you can always listen for to see whether someone is a real chopper or not is their rhythmic variation within the fast raps, because some people try to rap fast, but they can only do a certain flow. But even within this, you saw him switch up the flow within that 16th note timing many times, and it was dope. That's what I like about Takeoff. He's got sick flow. It is what it is. Number 8.
Notice I drink heavy, go deep, but when I pick up that chopper, get endurance. Nighttime vision on the scope, looking out for the intruder, I'm watching the door. We just jumping the intruder, first he don't know where to go. Started with a handful, like Boston George and blow.
Here we have Intruder, which was just a single that they released very recently after Culture. And, you know, overall a pretty decent track. Not my favorite by Takeoff, but I have a lot of favorites by Takeoff, so it was still a pretty good track. Definitely check that out, and yeah, on to number 7.
All of my niggas is winners, your nigga pretenders, not even contenders. Come to my bando when they say do not enter, just below temperature, cold like December. Nigga, my family, yes, I'm a member. If a nigga really want it, but then I pill him. At the 50% it discontinued. Pull up with choppers, I pump a nigga like a pimple.
Whew. Did you hear the staccato attack on that last little bit? I thought this was one of the more enjoyable Takeoff verses, just because he showed his classic Migos flow, and that he could chop it up for a long time with the initial triplets, and that he could also go really fast with that 8.93 syllables at the end there. Yeah, great verse overall. Run it up. On to number 6.
Fucking on Vixens, smack, whole gang itching. Fucking with the wrong one tripping. Better run a stitch for the tension. 100 round drawn, listen. Fucking run the end up missing. Get him knocked out for a ticket. How my young nigga do the sentence? Oh, man.
That right there, Get Right Witcha off the Culture album. 9.13 syllables per second. My all-time favorite Takeoff verse. I'm actually going to make another video, and I'm going to look at this verse in a little bit more depth, because I think it's one of the best displays of flow and playing with the listener's expectations and switching up the timings. Oh, it's just a masterclass. I think it's fantastic. Yeah, my favorite Takeoff verse. On to number 5.
Plug on with the cat out the J. Man, I jumping out the gym with a chain. Push out like a woman do ball. I lay it up like Nate Archibald. 21 bands on me, on my knee. Shoot a nigga lights out, put the P. And I call them Bird Beyonce, cause they look good and you know they gon' sing.
That was Jumpin Out The Gym, and this is a very old track. You can already tell that Takeoff's been chopping since the dawn of time. He was 19 or something when this song dropped. You can still hear his voice is a little, I guess, lighter than the current rugged raw Takeoff we're used to. But still, a pretty good verse overall. On to number 4.
To get me nigga running around with a fully loaded stick. Bottles flipping for 100 chickens. Sit don't jump on my block, you got no permission. Niggas still jumping, gotta get it in. Huh? Twin amigos in a caravan. Most troops in Afghanistan. I'm coming for you like Uncle Sam.
Not much to say about this track. There was that short bit where he hits 9.6 syllables per second. Carlos Story by Skipper to Flipper. Yeah, on to number 3.
like in Home Alone. Taking the trip, they go pick up that pack and we pull up in Bentleys. Pulling up, working on rubber that set no sense, nigga walking with a 50. It's Migos gang, QC the label. Fuck nigga better get with. After my show, I'm on top of your whole nigga autographing bitches' tid.
There we have Black Bottles featuring Rick Ross. Honestly, one of the better tracks I've ever heard from Takeoff. His verse is much more technical here. He has a bit of that syncopation, he has a bit of more alliteration, and he hits a ridiculous 10.87 syllables per second. And this is really getting into the realm of the real big-time choppers. So he even goes a lot faster, so check it out. Number 2.
Surround sound, it's an undercover in the underground. Just another day on the Nawfside rolling. Round around, trying to get it in. Tupac allies on me. Tupac, my young nigga hit a 100-band jug and the Corvette was stolen. Young nigga still stopped by the Nawfside, going that cannon patrolling.
And he hits 11.33 syllables per second on Nawfside. He only has one track left. How much faster do you think he's gonna go? Can he keep up with any of the other choppers? Find out. Number 1.
My jelly, I shop in the weather, my girl wanna be a December stepper. Peter Piper, he don't bite the pepper. I'm Michael Phelps, want a gold medal. Hit it with a left hand, hit it with a right knockout, they call me Mayweather. Some in the Benjamins on me, might mistake me for a bank teller.
I have no idea why he decided to do this on this remix they did on Jeremiah's Don't Tell Him. 12.8 syllables per second. Tying King ISO in his fastest verse. That's actually pretty ridiculous to me. For Takeoff, one of these mainstream, one of the most popular mainstream artists, part of the Migos group, to tie someone like King ISO, that's impressive. I want to see what kind of potential Takeoff has if he tries to actually just chop. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy to me. Anyway, there you have it. Top 10 fastest Takeoff versus DNA is coming up next. And as always, you should let me know who you want next after that in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel if you like what you've seen. Link up there in the top there. And yeah, this is Killer App signing out. RIP my webcam. Peace.